That's the end. That's up under the road somewhere.
It's bricked up, yeah.
Yeah. There's a huge tunnel.
Yeah.
And the other guys they followed a shale seam down, it looked like. Going underneath St Andrew's Castle. You can see in the roof here how they followed the seam, shale seam down. And it's a much narrower passage. Up you go. That's the way back up to the castle walls. Didn't think I'd go caving or mining. Andrews, part of St Andrews University, which is scattered around here behind the castle that we've been into. You can hear some music and drums in the background.
They're over in that hall.
Past the Hall of Metaphysics and Microcomputers, and what else did we pass? Past the School of Moral Philosophy and Ethics, etc. Ancient history in Greek and whatever. Rather nice little. All that's behind this large wall. Down these little laneways and etc. And we wandered through these little gardens, cutting our way through into town here.
The library there.
This is the library. These tattooed Scotsmen. He's studying furiously for the next exam. New restored houses to go up to your front door, up this little staircase. And Kate emailed whether we'd heard a bagpipe man. We have heard a few of them, I think. Well, there's the beach at St Andrews. We spent an hour or so in the car park trying to work out where to go next. We might go to Perth or somewhere. And this is the so-called... Well, it looks like we're going to have a look at some famous facade of the golf club, which I'm not sure I've ever heard of. And there goes another couple of people playing their golf. I think they play somewhere over here. Oh, they even got to warm up for golf these days. I'll leave Helga in the cold car park. I think I'll stick to the beach myself and the wilderness. Looks like it's nice and peaceful along there.
Here's the clubhouse at Royal and Ancient St Andrews, the birthplace of golf. There's some people actually just teeing off on the first tee. You can actually have a go, or is he just thinking about it? Looks like he's just thinking about it at the moment. Looking to see how far it is. Now he's going to address the ball. Insects. pan slowly. It doesn't do me any good to pan any faster. There's some nice old buildings there in that lot. Bit I missed for the grass. Down onto the down the fairway and off into the distance. I assume that that's the 18th green, but it doesn't look very spectacular, does it? And just here are practice putting greens and the caddies room and another practice putting green that nobody's practicing on. Beyond that, the beach.
Well, this is the River Tay going through Perth. We're just checking on that little fact. We found a bin and a parking meter. That major shipbuilding and port. Lots of flowers in Perth. There's plenty of water in the river. We're at Dundee now, and here's the Tay Bridge, the Tay Railway Bridge anyway. We're just looking for the one that fell down. There's a train on it down there, just going across. Quite a long little bridge. In the other direction we have a seagull and a road bridge. Ducks in the seaweed. Oh, the inlet weed. Would you believe it? Not sure what they're advertising, but we've been there. Just had a chat to that girl there. She'd been to Canberra a couple of times. She'd never actually noticed the sails here, and that actually looks like from this side the silhouette of that bridge, and on the other side it looked like the Endeavour. Somewhere there's the name. We're just waiting for the parking inspector to go away while we look at this lovely ship of Captain Scott's. Yeah, this is a
bit more of victory. We got chased out of the other car park by the parking inspector who said £2 or £30 fine. Wouldn't even give us 5 minutes, which was a bit mean. There she is, back from Antarctica. Bars in the gates are just video lens size.
Well, we found the frigate. It took a bit of buggerising around the streets here, and we ran out of signs leading us to the Unicorn. That's not the Unicorn, that's just another little nice boat. But here we have the demasted Unicorn. It's a Navy ship. It's the oldest Navy ship afloat. I don't know whether it's still an actual Navy vessel like the Victory. The Victory was still a Register commissioned vessel. I don't think this one's decommissioned now. It's the oldest floating warship, they say. Maybe that's its anchor. And we've got free parking here, would you believe it? They are Unicorn anchors, you're just not allowed to climb on them. My friends, how wonderful it is.
Lambs, cows, we're just approaching the castle. It's obviously
Some sunshine
pretty
distance over the left.
Is that? Yeah, no sunshine here.
Like going up
Okay, getting a bit closer.
Bumpy Road.
Bumpy road. I think they can smooth it out.
Nice old
Photos. We're approaching Lambs Castle, rather a smart looking place. Don't know where the parking area is.
There's a rear wall with a few bits of extra plumbing. It was like driving down into Lanyon, except it's somewhat greener and the cows are very much fatter. As Larry Cornell would say, they're designer cows. We just had a relaxing little lunch, chicken, cup of tea, and now we'll do our tour. This is the backyard of the castle. Oh, we had a great little guided tour by that little old lady. It was full of information through the old towers, the old rooms, and the dining rooms where kings and queens would dine and relax, and the Queen Mother, etc. Very fascinating, great history. Too much to remember, I'll have to look it up on the internet when we get home. I'll buy yet another tour guide. And that's the Glamis line. Well, we've just come out of the castle and we're going to head off up the road to where are we going? Kirrymore. And it's all a bit industrial here. This is Montrose. They're just doing a new bridge, but this is a major wildlife refuge. All the seabirds come into this inland lake, which is just in from the ocean. And the tide is an example of a tidal interface between for the birds, between a lake and the ocean. That's the tide rushing out there now. A fancy bridge here. Looks like a concrete suspension bridge. Harbour mouth, busy little harbour. Looks like they're loading grain out there. Well, we're not going to get to see as usual, it's closed. Well, we're a bit late and we've booked into the caravan side up the road 50k. There's the outlet for the basin up through there. You can see it's quite a large basin. We're just driving north along the scenic brown tourist road on our way up towards Aberdeen, and we're going inland to the Stonehaven for our caravan park. The sun came out once or twice. Lots of nice crops growing around.
Up on the hill just down from Thingy Castle is this thing, whatever it is. Oops. Goodness knows, no signposts or anything. Must just be somebody's folly.
There's a Black Hill War Memorial back there. This is Stonehaven. Birthplace of the guy who invented the pneumatic tyre. Just forgotten his name for the moment. It's on the sign back up the hill. Anyway, this is a nice little harbour. The tide's gone out, and so is the sun. It's like another little twin harbour, twin entrances. Probably get fish and chips down there and a beer. Walk around the harbour. If the sun was out, it would be very nice. And the usual little grey cottages, all 2 and 3 stories, very colourful. There's a bit of colour. It was the birthplace of R.W. Thompson, as Mary just checked, and it's actually a triple harbour. I miscounted. And there's the lovely little beach. It'd be lovely in the morning, wouldn't it, darling?
It would be nice at high tide.
We shall continue and try and get to our caravan site.
Even though we'd like fish and chips down there at that pub.
Lovely Australian Hardy's wine with our pork chops.
A Hardy's Voyage Colombard Verdelho Chenin Blanc.
A mixture of grapes. And we're up in Scotland.
The Highlands, near Braemar.
Braemar, up from Glamis, and we're at Tarland. Tarland, in a lovely little caravan park, camping and caravan club spot.
When we see your eyes again, that's fought and died for. You'll be the hill and glen that's filled against them. But what professors are we? And sent them homeward. They think again.
And then now to get to that 10 till 2.
All time
Going for our little morning walk up to the hills and the heather and the bluebells.
Might be an orchid of some sort. I don't know, it doesn't look like orchids, do they?
We camped last night and had our little party, etc. Just up the road in that little village, just up in the trees there. That's the village of Tarland. I'm afraid there's not very much left of it.
Oh, depends what it looked like in the beginning. So this is what you could, this was what Stonehenge was like when I went there.
This is a real jungle. We've been driving through all this tea tree sort of covered over heather, birch, and there's this huge monolith in the undergrowth, and it's a memorial to a battle in 1335, would you believe? So there'll be a few ghosts around here. It's all green and lush, isn't it?
Well, very damp.
It's like a wet version of Baxter's Memorial. Lots of lovely bracken have been driving past in this mixed birch and pine forest. It's just probably the same sort of bracken as we have. But just behind us here we have a very unusual phone box for ringing for help. It's the first one we've seen in England, so I'm glad we haven't had to use it. We only used the AA once, and that was with a hire car. Actually has a phone in it and mice. Just came down a narrow little road to have a cup of tea, but Mary wants to go to the parking area. But we can see this bridge here. And I thought it'd be a nice opportunity to see perhaps a royal bridge, because Queen Victoria came along the Dee River on many occasions to relax up in the highlands. Well, actually they're lowlands along the Dee. This is some sort of royal route along the Dee. We saw a fisherman back in a pond, but we couldn't find a spot to park. Lovely clear water, a bubbling brook, lovely place to live. A royal personage is in residence today. Some of the earlier versions of the rolls.
Well, yes, but these are still current.
They still jog around, do they?